We're finally here. Season 2 of Fatal Fury. Now, we have some ideas to at least 3 of the characters, maybe, right? You know, I think it's safe to say we might see Mr. Karate and Wolfgang KRAUSER, and we'll throw another one out there, perhaps Kenshiro. Maybe my big brain theory of it being Jin Chonrei all grown up will come true. It's probably not, but we'll see. If I had to make any last minute guesses, I think we might see Blue Mary and one of the Kim brothers, and we might also see either Chang Shenzong or potentially Duck King. But honestly, it's hard to say. Right? If Sakaku's in here, I'm gonna bust on camera. Yeah. Let's see what we got, right? The announcement trailer.
The prophecy foretold that when the eclipse came, legends would emerge from the darkness to rule the city of wolves and bring even more fury to Southtown. Kim Jae-hoon returns to defend his
Holy shit. Yo! Okay.
Nightmare Geese rises from the dead.
Is this AI?
Blue Mary brings justice to Southtown.
Yo! Okay, we're seeing animations.
Wolfgang hunts for new worthy opponents.
Holy shit!
But 2 shadows remain unseen, waiting to reveal themselves. Experience the fighting game of the year with the first ever monthly character drops, the highest prized fighting game tournament, and all new balance updates. Fatal Fury.
Holy shit.
City of the Wolves.
Okay. I saw some people complaining that there was some AI, but honestly, as far as AI goes, this isn't really that bad. Like, I thought it was gonna look terrible when they said that, but, I mean, it looks like AI, right? But I think realistically, like, maybe I'm too much of a pessimist, but I'm pretty sure this is the way I think we're gonna be getting funneled into this, right? I don't really have much of an opinion on AI. I'm not like diehard, like gonna sit here and be like, this is terrible, this is the worst thing ever, right? And in terms of smaller companies, like, well, I'd say smaller like S&K, but S&K is getting quite a bit of money. That, honestly, compared to like, I don't know, compared to like when Coca-Cola does it, it's kind of not in like the same ballpark. AI has kind of come pretty far. Again, I'm not much of an AI defender either, but considering what this is, and it's gonna be just like a TV ad, I mean, I'm just gonna say, wouldn't it be better for the budget to go into the game? And then just like think about how much of the budget already went into advertising, right? I'm not trying to defend SNK using AI or AI in general, but I'm trying to like use some logic here of like, I don't know. I guess SNK has the budget now, but I'm assuming if, you know, whatever Chucklefucks higher-ups that own stock in SNK are saying, it's probably like that the advertising budget went too much into fucking KSI and iShowSpeed and the dumb shit they started with, right? And here's the thing with SNK. I'm not talking about in terms of AI with this, but I'm talking about like the just general marketing of the beginning of this game with like some of the marketing decisions, right, were out there. And what I will say is that we haven't even gotten into the characters yet because I got to address the AI thing. But what I will say is SNK does have a history of experimenting, right? And that's kind of where you get some of the greatest hit or misses with SNK, right? Because some of these things are great, and some of these things fall on their face. I mean, look at how many different fighting games SNK has, and look at the ones that have succeeded the most, right? Fatal Fury is pretty well known, is pretty iconic. Terry Bogard is probably one of the most iconic fighting game characters to ever exist. But things like KOF would not have existed with some of the experimental shit like Art of Fighting. Art of Fighting was like the first, I think it was the first ever potential fighting game to have supers, or like at least the first big one to do that. And it was definitely the first to have a stamina meter. The stamina meter was sort of a hit or miss, like, kind of deal, right? But you had some other games, I'm trying to think of what. Some things stuck, some things did not, right? Lane switching sort of stuck, and rolling sort of became like the best of what lane switching was, right? Lane switching was good for getting around projectiles, and I love the lane switching system more than I like rolling a little bit. But I am definitely in the minority of that opinion. When it comes to just overall basic defense, rolling is very nice, especially in a 3v3 game like KOF. But that's besides the point. As I said, SNK is kind of known for experimenting, and I think their marketing division is probably further separated from the actual games division, probably more so than it was, say, back in the 90s when they were doing those like early on commercials. I think the biggest proof of that was that KOF All-Star commercial where Terry smacked my Kulas and Blue Mary's asses for an ad, right? So, I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but like we could kind of acknowledge that shit's kind of like going this direction. But at the same time, this is not the worst use of AI, and this is not, for AI, this isn't terrible looking either. People are going to be mad, people are going to be pissed that I said that, but realistically, they probably want to lower the amount of budget they put into the advertising because of how big a flop that first wave of advertising is. Just from a company's perspective, right? I'm not saying this is the best thing SNK can do for the people. But if more of the budget goes into the game and the future games they're working on right now, then I think I prefer that over this sort of whatever ad. The ad works, right? If you're 30 or 40, like most of the fucking other fighting game players are, and you see this on, like, I don't know, TV. Does anybody watch cable TV? I don't. But I'm like 21, right? I'm like also in the minority of SNK fucking fighting game players. I'm a good 20 years, like 15 to 20 years younger than everyone else that plays these games. So, realistically, they probably know that, and they probably know that most people that are that age are, not my age, but the older people are also going to be, I say older like they're actually old, but like, you know, the middle-aged people aren't probably going to be as as locked on to this. Maximilian dude might be more keen to it, but like, will like a fucking, oh, what's his name? Is it El Blaze? Is that the guy that does the commentary? Not commentary, but like, oh, well, like the fighting game commentary, but like something like that, or Rome himself. I don't know how old Rome himself is. I'm going to assume he looks like he's 35, but I'm going to assume because he's been doing this a while, he might be in his early 40s. Might not immediately pick up on it. We'll see, right? I know Giuseppe Swag immediately picked up on it. If you're watching this video, Giuseppe, and you've made it past this part, maybe I'll make it into chapters. Hi, thanks for watching. But it's we'll get in the characters, right?
That when the eclipse came,
Like, a lot of this, it wasn't until we got to the human faces that it was clear it was AI.
city of wolves, and bring even more
It was this.
fury to
There's a movement to the way the living things look.
Southtown. Kim Jae-hoon returns to defend his family honor.
We do luckily get to see some in-game footage of 4 of the characters, by the way, which is fucking crazy.
Nightmare Geese rises from the dead.
So you'll be able to play as Nightmare Geese. But it'll probably be a much more toned-down version, which is obviously good, because Nightmare Geese in the game is kind of fucking insanely busted.
Blue Mary brings justice to Southtown.
Her new fit is looking great.
And Wolfgang.
So KRAUSER gets a new design.
Worthy opponents.
He straight up gets, like, the mustache just became a goatee, and he's so much older looking. This is honestly kind of peak. Kaiser Wave. So is Kim Jae-hoon coming on the 22nd?
Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves.
So we know one of the mystery characters is Kenshiro. Is the other Mr. Karate? Or was that tease seriously for... Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Well, let's go over our options here, right? So this wouldn't have even been like an option in my brain. Where's Kim Jae-hoon? Yeah, okay. Sorry, we'll get to that. So there's a few options that those teasers leave us with, right? So the teaser with Rio, I obviously, or not with Rio, but what we suspect is Rio, right? Is, I think, probably for this game. But if we explore other options, it could be less realistically so, as I'm saying. It could be for a new Art of Fighting, right? Instead of for this game. And they're closer to showing off Art of Fighting 4, or whatever they're going to call it, than we thought. And then there's also the crazy, maybe Kenshiro, definitely 99.99999% Kenshiro tease, which could mean he's in this game, which is probably what it is. Or, alternatively, if we're getting crazy here, it could mean SNK is working on an anime fighter of Fist of the North Star. But since it was in Southtown, he's probably in this game. But it could also be just an SNK tease. I'm assuming, though, he's in this game. Which I'd be interested to see what he would even play like in this. And then the other one was KRAUSER being in this. So if the other two are any indication, teaser-wise, it's definitely that those two are going to be in. So the two mystery characters, probably Kenshiro and Mr. Karate 2. Okay, so this looks like his Rev Art Super thing. These all seem like, a lot of these seem like Rev Arts. Whoa, okay. This is just from, like, his boss fight, right? We already have, like, a full-on Nightmare Geese in the game. Well, you can't play as him, right? But now we'll be able to. They probably will tone him down for actual playing the game. But let's get a look at Blue Mary. This is probably either... These look like these could actually be her... I guess this could be all part of her, like, her SPG Super. And then we got KRAUSER, right? KRAUSER's... He's back. I predicted it. So... This is definitely his Rev Art. What the fuck is it called? SPG Super? His SPG Super. Oh, I just noticed that. Kim Jae-hoon New stage. I didn't even catch on to that. New stage coming with Kim Jae-hoon. This looks like the Real Bout stage for Kim. Like the Real Bout 2. Actually, it looks more like the Real Bout 3 stage. Not Real Bout 3, but Real Bout Fatal Fury Special. Dominated Mind. That one. It looks like that one. This is just Geese's stage. Blue Mary doesn't get a new stage. I thought we saw KRAUSER on a different stage. He'll probably have his own stage. What did we see KRAUSER on for the other stage? Balance updates. Do we see him on that one? I'm assuming KRAUSER's getting his own stage. He's got it, right? And there's gotta be like a Nightmare KRAUSER fight or some shit. Oh no, it's just on... Okay. Does he really not get... Does KRAUSER really not get his own stage? I find that hard to believe. Maybe they're saving it for Kenshiro. Despite the AI, what I will say is it's cool that we're seeing gameplay of the actual in-game characters. I wasn't expecting that. Also, they're dropping these characters monthly, meaning I'm going to have to buy the pass soon. People will probably be up in arms about the AI thing, right? Rightfully so. Because people don't like AI. And I get it. I'm not an AI glazer by any means. But I think realistically, SNK will probably listen. They seem to listen to most of the criticisms that they get, and they usually fix it. But I'm also going to say, probably in the next 2 years, I'm not even going to say 5, but the next 2 years, this is how advertisements are just going to be. I mean, fucking Coca-Cola was doing that shit. And Coca-Cola is a huge, massive-ass company. So, realistically, we're going to get funneled that way. But, for now, SNK should listen, because I think they're going to lose a lot of their respect that they have. Not that they're having a ton with this game, because, at least advertising-wise with this game. Gameplay-wise, this game's great. It's just it didn't reach many audiences. Maybe this is what they need. Honestly, maybe the controversy from the AI will give them press, and then people might actually check out this game. Maybe that's the big brain play. Anyway, thank you to everybody for tuning in. I'm actually looking forward to this season quite a bit, right? All these characters are characters I'd like to play as in Fatal Fury. Not that last season had too many bad ones. Honestly, Andy was way more fun than I thought he was ever going to be. They really like, they cooked hard with Andy. Like, they gave him all the real bout-isms that made him really fun, and then they didn't give him any of the shitty, like, KOF things that make Andy not so fun. KRAUSER's the one I'm the most excited for right now. I'm looking forward to Jae-hoon and KRAUSER a lot. I like Blue Mary a lot, and I am very interested to see what she plays like, and if she gets that install super like she had in Real Bout. I doubt it. But if she does, that would be cool as shit. KRAUSER I'm looking forward to. Like, I think I'm like really interested to see what his combo system's going to be like. Jae-hoon, I'm very interested, of course, as well. So we're getting a good chunk. We're getting like one of the last two Garo characters that we really needed to see. I mean, there's Grant, but we have Grant basically with Vox. Vox is Grant. He's just not the same, character person-wise, But KRAUSER, I've been waiting for KRAUSER to come back. I was hoping he came back KO at 15, but you know what? It was perfect that he came back here. He looks amazing too. Like they really made him look old in the face, and it's kind of perfect. Like they really aged the shit out of this character, and it really works in this art style. Okay, so we get a good look at a lot of these characters. Kim Jae-hoon, I'm very excited for. I do kind of prefer his play style to Dong Hwan. Dong Hwan's more popular, and he is fun in this game. It's just I kind of like Jaehoon better as well. Especially his supers. I like how his supers looked way more in Gara than I did like Jaehoon's. Sorry, Jaehoon's supers I like more than how Jaehoon's supers look. Now, I preferred how Jaehoon's supers looked over Kim Dong-hwan's supers in Gara. But, yeah, I think that I like Jaehoon gameplay-wise more. Right? Dong-hwan is fun, but I'll probably like Jaehoon better. I also am interested if they're going to bring back Kim Kap-hwan, you know, their father, you know? Like, I think they could, right? People might complain that they might play too similarly, but I think honestly with how long it's been since Kim has been in here and how different some of his real bout shit is compared to his KOF shit, I think they could probably change up Kim enough to where he plays pretty differently from Jaehoon. Blue Mary, really interested to see what shit she's got. She's gonna probably have, you know, all of her grappling shit. But she'll be like the second grappler in the game. And she'll probably have some, well, she's definitely gonna have some new shit. For sure. She'll have some new shit. But we're definitely gonna probably see more of some of her real bout stuff. And maybe a KOF-ism here and there. Maybe we'll get like her climbing command normal that she has in KOF, but I don't think we're going to see too much KOF stuff from her. We're probably going to see a lot more real bout stuff. We might get the install super back. I doubt we will, but it would be cool if we did. KRAUSER, I'm super excited for. I want to see what kind of combos we're going to get. His combos in KOF 98 definitely left a lot to be desired, but to be fair, it was KOF 98, and you kind of do special. You don't do much more than like normal into special or normal into super, right? You didn't get a whole lot of normal into special. You got like punch, back DP, and I think that was sometimes canceled. I think some version of it was cancelable into leg tomahawk, and I think it had to be at a certain distance. So I don't know. His combos weren't super satisfying in that. And then in real bout, his shit's more fun. But I think in this game, they're gonna make him crazy, right? I think he'll be able to do, like, some of the, like, cool shit, like, command grab upwards into, like, Kaiser wave or something. And then we'll probably also be able to do some crazy blitzball sort of combo things with, like, his fireballs. Probably also we'll get his counter back, and as well as his anti-air. I think his anti-air is going to be useful. He's got the Eat a Dick Cyclone back. Or, you know, Gigantic Cyclone. But I just say Eat a Dick Cyclone because it's funnier. So, we're getting balance updates too. So we'll be getting these characters dropped once a month. We don't know what order though. I think it's Jaehoon first, right? Probably the order that they presented it in. It's probably going to be Jaehoon, Geese, Mary, KRAUSER. Actually, there's probably going to be some hidden characters in the middle of those. It's probably going to be like Kenshiro somewhere in the middle, as well as Mr. Karate 2. Probably at the end, maybe? Mr. Karate 2 maybe at the end, even though he was the first one to get teased. Maybe he'll be the first one to get dropped. January 22nd. I've yapped long enough. I'm going to have to edit this. And I'm definitely going to have to, like, definitely chop it up a bit. But thank you to everybody who tuned in. Tell me down below if you're mad about the AI. And if you're mad about... that's it, I guess. Tell me who you like down below. Who's the characters you're most forward to playing, looking most forward to playing, as well as who do you think the secret other two characters are? I don't know. Tell me down below. Leave a like, and make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of this video. If you want to see more of my content, make sure to check out my Twitch or my Kick, where I'm live all the time. Or just tune into one of my YouTube streams. I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed and left a like on this video. Make sure to spread the word. I'm trying to grow this channel.